Again, these are the elements in the alliance. But as I mentioned just briefly before, quite often our experience as therapists of the relationship is at odds with our clients. I hope you're getting a hint of where I'm going with this, because if the alliance is such a significant contributor, and number two, if our view of the relationship can be at odds with our clients, then we probably need to be routinely asking for feedback, and doing so in a formal way, not when we decide and not how we decide, but rather on an ongoing basis, asking the clients for feedback about the relationship and then adjusting the relationship based on the feedback that we received. In terms of addressing this challenge of how do we improve our outcomes, the first variable then is tracking the alliance. The second variable is equally interesting and I think commonsensical, and that is the outcomes of the service. Making sure we know whether or not the client feels like they're making progress from visit to visit. And early on, all the way back in the 1980s, a researcher by the name of Ken Howard and his colleagues noticed that if clients were going to change in treatment, they tended to change earlier rather than later. This provided us with a clue. That clue was if clients weren't changing and we could know about it, then perhaps the therapist could alter the service that was being provided. Of course, all of this done in collaboration with the client, because collaboration via the alliance is the key. Initially, we had algorithms that were based on simply using percentile ranks, looking at how clients changed and tracked the clients against those percentile rankings over the course of treatment. More recently, and you're going to see this in just a moment, we've developed a very sophisticated set of predictive algorithms. Based on a sample of 250,000 clients, we're now able to identify when a particular person working with a particular therapist is either on or off track. We'll get into those details in a moment. I think what's important to note right now is that if we want to get better at our work, we first need to pay attention to when our view of the alliance is different from the client's, and number two, when the client is at risk for a negative or null outcome in the therapeutic process.